Mike, not the result we were after tonight, but a really strong performance here at the Stadium of Light against the current league leaders.
Yeah, I think that's probably... I've obviously taken over for 3 games, or been in charge for the last 3 games, and that was probably what I want Sunderland to look like. I think what Sunderland, the people of Sunderland, want Sunderland to look like. It took us 15 minutes to find our feet, and unfortunately the opposition scored in that time. But from then on, I felt with and without the ball, we, in particular, that kind of last 30 minutes of the first half, I felt we grew into the game, and I thought second half we were just outstanding. And we've come up against a team that's got a Premier League footballers. They're all geared up for the Premier League, and I don't want to be that guy that kind of references stats, because stats can be manipulated to your favour. But I just checked before I came in that their XG in the second half was 0.01, and I'd be surprised if there would be any game of football in the Championship this season that would have such a low stat. And to do it against a team like Leicester, I think shows that the group are still completely committed to the task at hand. I know I've said this a few times, and it frustrates people in terms of the training ground and what's going on in the training ground, but they're fully committed to what we're trying to do, and I'm really proud of them. It's mixed with a huge amount of frustration because it's another defeat, and that isn't lost on me. But I'm really proud in terms of that's how I think, in particular the second half, Sunderland should look, and that's the blueprint going forward.
A couple of changes ahead of tonight, and one of those was Chris Rigg, who performed beyond his years and really showed the crowd today what he can do.
Look, Riggy's a top footballer, regardless of age, and I hate the whole age thing. He's a top footballer, and he deserves his opportunity because he's since I've taken over, he's applied himself immaculately in training. His performance when he came off the bench against Norwich, I felt he gave us a spark. And I'll be honest with you, the plan was to maybe give him an hour, but I thought he was so effective in the game and he was so good. I tried to leave him on as long as I possibly could, taking into account that it's his first kind of full start in the league in front of these amazing fans. So, look, really proud of him. He's a great kid. I'm really looking forward to working with him over the next few years, and I'm sure we've got a potential top footballer on our hands.
You mentioned this, the second half didn't reap the rewards it probably deserved, but does that build the foundations ahead of what is another huge game this weekend against Southampton?
Yeah, I think all 3 games have had a step in the right direction. Obviously, the first half against Swansea wasn't acceptable, but I felt the second half gave us some foundations to how we want to play. I felt the last game, although it was hugely frustrating, again, I thought it gave us some layers in terms of the direction that we want to go with the team. And in particular for probably not just the second half, but spells in the first half, we've completely dominated in and out of possession. So look, there's positives, but at the same time, it's not lost on me the fact that it's another defeat. But one thing that I will say, we all need to stick together, because I think what we have shown, in particular that second half, that we are going in the right direction. And at the moment, things aren't falling for us. But I'm sure if we keep doing what we're doing, our fortunes are going to change really, really quickly.
And just finally, you mentioned sticking together, and that's something the crowd really did tonight. They really backed you and the lads throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah, and I just said to the guys in there, why did the crowd stay till the end? Why were they so wrapped up in the game? Why were they, so supportive in terms of what we were doing in the game? And it was because of our application. It was because we executed all the things that we talk about during the week. And that's, as I said, that's the blueprint going forward. We've got to have a team the club are really, really proud of. We've got to have a team which the fans are excited to come and watch. And I think we've made some steps in the right direction this evening to show everyone that we're going in the right direction.